Here's another one of my favorites. We move into the heavies. The heavies are always, in my opinion, the funnest of any army. This is one heavy choice, one heavy slot choice. These are 3 sniper squadrons. Sniper squadrons, you can take 3 of them and it counts as one heavy support. You have your drone controller here, little towel with there behind his drone mask. And what he does is he controls 3 sniper squads, or 3 sniper drones rather. And here's the sniper drones. They're all equipped with a rail rifle, which is a strength 6 AP3 pinning rifle, range 36. So it can really reach out and touch somebody with that strength 6 AP3. It's, in my opinion, is designed for Marines. Once again, this is the stealth camo scheme I have in my army. Anybody painted in these colors have the stealth special ability. With the range 36, it works a lot better than the stealth suits. Because the stealth suits, these guys only have an 18-inch range on their weapons. So half the time when these guys shoot their guns, they're getting shot back. These guys over here, different story. 36-inch range. So half the time when they're shooting, they're not getting shot back. So it's pretty cool to be able to shoot the enemy and not have the enemy have the ability to shoot you back. So you're looking at 9 strength 6 AP3 shots at 36 inches. You throw a couple of marker lights in there on the enemy unit, get some marker drones, throw some marker lights in there to up these guys' ballistic scores. And you're talking about taking out 9 Marines in one turn with each round of firing. And you have 3 different units here taking up 1 heavy weapon slot. They don't have to be in a formation like this. You can put them in 3 different areas of the board to deny alleys, stop Marines from running up alleys with these guns. Pretty effective, I've found in the battlefield. And finally, last but definitely not least, the big kahuna of any army on the battlefield. The gun everybody talks about, everybody both admires and envies at one time, the railgun. Here's their hammerheads with their legendary railgun. Strength 10, AP1, range 72. These guys, you park them a foot off the corner of the board in any corner and they can reach the entire board with that big strength 10 AP1 shot. You're talking about monoliths blowing up in flames, land raiders turning into hulking hulks of holes in the ground. Nothing is safe from the railgun. Throw a couple of marker lights on these guys and kiss your armor goodbye. I've also loaded these guys all out with smart missile pods, so if they want to hide behind area terrain, if you notice I've mounted the guns up high, following the new rules, line of sight from the gun barrel to the target. Guns are mounted up high so they can get good shots in on the enemy. The tanks themselves are on their landing gear, and what that allows them to do is possibly gain some cover terrain, settling down on the ground like that. They got some cover terrain from low profile cover, and perhaps medium profile cover. They can even get blocking terrain. They're all loaded out with smart missiles. The smart missiles do not need line of sight, so they can snuggle down behind that terrain and still get shots out over the terrain. All of these are handmade. Let me pull this off here. These are handmade smart missile systems, as you can see. You can't buy smart missile systems on the internet. So what I did was I converted 2 missile packs off the crisis suits into a smart missile system, and I put it on a gun drone over here, and I magnetized it so it can pop on the bottom like that. If I can get it to stick, there we go. See, pops on the bottom like that. Now, if you're going to find, once again, orcs or Imperial Guards, something squishy in nature, pop these off, go back to the burst cannon. Want that burst cannon on there. And that burst cannon is cool because it can fire independently on targets differently than the railgun. Now I know what you're all saying, railgun's great, takes out heavy armored targets, but what about if you're fighting Marines of that nature? Well, the hammerhead's got that covered too, because you just pop off your railgun here, magnetized railgun, pop on your ion cannon, now you're anti-Marine. Strength 7, AP3, 3 shots per turn. I think it has a 48-inch range, so you're popping Marines all day long. You're going to be Marine specific. Take off all your railguns, magnetized ion cannons. Now it's time to go Marine hunting. What more could a commander want for his army? Also, you equip these babies with multi-trackers, and they fire as if they're fast-moving vehicles. So you're talking about moving 12 inches and still being able to fire the kahuna of all guns. Or moving 6 inches and firing all weapons. You also fit them with disruption pods, as I was talking about earlier in the piranhas, and you have cover wherever you go. These guys will always be in cover. They don't need to move from cover to try and get that +4 cover save. Wherever they go, they get a +4 cover save. So it's basically half the time you shrug off enemy attacks. Pretty effective vehicle, and it really surprises people when you reach out with that Strength 10 AP1 hit from anywhere on the board, as long as you're a foot off the corner of the board. I hope you've enjoyed the brief look at my Tau Army. This is Nighthawknm. Nighthawk is in the bird, NM as in New Mexico, at gmail.com. I'm also Nighthawknm on the forums. And make some comments. Tell me what you think about my army. So from Nighthawknm and Tim the Thrill Seeking Tau, happy wargaming, guys.